To see, we have a lot of people watching today. I did not get a haircut. My hair is just not all over the place today. So, yesterday, I wanted to do a Periscope video. I was stuck in traffic, which means just a lot of cars in a line. And I was stuck in traffic and couldn't do the video because my audio wouldn't work. I was very irritated. I was very angry about this. I sat in traffic. I even got out of my car and stood on the road during the traffic because it was just standstill, which means the cars weren't moving. It was just stuck in one place. And it was 85 degrees outside. It was very hot. It was very hot in the traffic. And the traffic was caused by a car accident. So I'm sorry about that. Sorry that I couldn't do the video. And then I had a meeting later in the evening that I had to go to that I was stuck in. I was stuck in a 4-hour meeting. It was very long. So I didn't get to do a video yesterday. But I'm going to make up for it by teaching 2 words today. I always do this. If I miss a video, I try to teach 2 words because I feel bad. I feel guilty. So, I am back in Chicago, and I got asked the question, what time is it there? It is around 3:15 Central Time. So, I got an hour back. The time changed. So, this, in my other town, in my hometown, it would be 4:15. It would be 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. But now I am on Central Time in Chicago, so it's 3:15. So it's the middle of the day instead of the evening. But I made it safely to Chicago, luckily. I will do a video later today, and you will get to see my campus. When my phone is charged, I will show you a part of my campus. I'm going to go work out later today in the gym, so I'll show you this awesome big building that there's a gym in, and then there are also rooms for students to live in, which is very cool. It's very popular at my school. It's state of the art, which means it's very cutting edge or fancy. It is ahead of its time with technology. It's futuristic. Futuristic, meaning like the technology is something you'd see in the future. So let's go ahead and start our English lesson for today, the TOEFL word lesson. I am looking forward to teaching these words. I found 2 very good words to teach, 2 that will make you sound very intelligent if you use them. And a lot of my friends who go to Ivy League schools use these regularly, schools like Harvard and Berkeley and Princeton. I have a lot of friends that go to these schools, and their vocabulary is better than a lot of people. And it's because they read so much, and they use words that are often seen on the TOEFL exam. They use words that are uncommon in the English language, but make you sound very intelligent. So let's go ahead and figure out what our words are going to be today. And I've got them written down in my handy-dandy black notebook. I write everything in. And the first word is to deceive. Deceive. And it is spelled D-E-C-E-I-V-E. Deceive. Has anyone heard this word before? To deceive. Wait a little bit, see if anybody has heard this word. It's not a good word. It's a negative word. It's not a positive word. It's not a good word. It's a negative word. So, if you haven't heard this, okay, so I've seen a couple people have and a couple people haven't. To deceive means to make someone believe something else that is not true. So if I feel deceived, I feel cheated. I feel like someone cheated me. So to deceive means that I feel cheated, like someone cheated me. I feel betrayed. So this is a common word. This is a common word in the English language. So let me give you an example. It's kind of like a trick. It's similar to a trick. So or a ruse. We taught ruse before to be, my example would be, when my girlfriend cheated on me, I felt deceived. Now, my girlfriend didn't actually cheat on me, but if someone were to cheat on you, you would feel deceived. And to be deceived means to be told something and then lied to. It's not the truth. Or when someone does something that hurts you, you're deceived. So you can also deceive someone. If you watched, a perfect example is has anyone seen The Avengers, the superhero movie The Avengers, with Thor, Iron Man, the Hulk, all these characters? It's a very popular movie in a lot of places. And Loki is Thor's brother. He's the guy with the green guy. He's played by Tom Hiddleston, the actor. And he is famous. The god Loki is famous for being very deceiving. He tricks people all the time. He's mischievous. He is called the god of mischief. And this means that he can't be trusted. He always deceives people. He always tells them one thing and then lies about it. He goes against them. He cheats on them. He tricks them. So this is what it means to deceive. This is what it means to deceive. So if you feel like someone's deceiving you, you feel like someone's lying to you or tricking you. It's famous in the United States. Car salesmen, people that sell cars, have this weird belief that they're always deceiving you. They're always tricking you. They're always trying to cheat you. That's a perfect example, actually. I felt deceived because of my friend's crazy ruse. So if your friend used a ruse, they tricked you, then they deceived you. So their ruse, after his ruse, I felt deceived. After his trick, I felt deceived. I felt cheated or lied to. This is very common. So if you use this, if someone cheats you or you feel like you're being deceived or lied to, you can say, I feel like I've been deceived. Or you can say that person is deceiving. You can say that that is their quality. They're very untrustworthy or cheating. They're deceiving. So this is very common in the in English language, and you can use this, and it'll make you sound very intelligent. So that's our first word today. Do I have any questions about deceive? Do I have any questions about our first word? I'll wait a little bit. I see hearts coming in. I love the hearts. They make me feel good. So keep the hearts coming. I have something stuck in my teeth. Ew. I had coffee earlier. They must have left a coffee bean. Are there any more questions about deceive, or does everyone understand? And I will put this word into our end of the week essay lesson. I did an end of the week essay lesson last week. I uploaded it 2 days ago. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was very useful. The lesson about the Seattle and the lion, my pet lion. It was like a mini story. It's similar to a mini story. And I hope it was very useful for learning past words. Has anyone watched it? I hope everybody's watched it. Waiting for comments. Not getting any. Okay, cool. I got a comment. Yes, it is. It was very useful. Good. That's what I like to hear. I love to hear that. So now I will move on to our next word. I will move on to trite, and then I will take questions. So save your questions. I will teach this, and then I will move on, and I can take questions after. So I'm teaching the word trite. Trite. Now this is uncommon. I doubt you've heard this word, trite. And it is T-R-I-T-E. If you're famous with Sherlock Holmes, the famous detective, there are books about Sherlock Holmes, there's movies, and the TV show, Sherlock Holmes uses the word trite often. He uses this word, very common. Trite, T-R-I-T-E. And it means to not be original or fresh. Or it means to be overused, to be dull or cliche. So trite, it means it's used too much. It means it's used too often. And it can be anything. So I've got a couple examples for this word because it's used commonly. So here's my first example. Their marriage began to sour as they continued to argue about trite matters and petty things. And what this means is, first of all, their marriage begins to sour. This means their marriage starts to go bad. It's not very good. They're not happy. So when something begins to sour, it means it's going bad. It's unhealthy. It's not happy. So their marriage began to sour as they argued, they fought about trite matters. This is things that keep being brought up. So let's say the husband is mad about his wife cheating on him. This isn't good, but they stayed together. Well, the husband would keep bringing up her cheating on him for years or years and years. Well, if he brings it up too much, argues about it too much, it becomes trite. It becomes something that is argued about so often that it is just unoriginal, it is annoying, and it is dull or cliche. So other examples are dull, cliche. So if something's cliche, it means it's said so many times that it's not really important anymore. It's unoriginal. And then the other example is dull, very boring, not interesting. So trite. You will hear this commonly in the news. Let's say they're talking about something that is talked about so much, it's so annoying, like the weather. Hearing about the weather can be trite because they talk about it all the time. They talk about it all the time. So it gets very boring after a while. It's not very interesting. If a professor or a teacher brings up the same thing. So if a teacher brings up the same thing over and over again in class, they keep teaching about, let's say they keep teaching about your brain. Let's say they keep teaching about your brain and how it works in class for over and over and over again. It can become trite. It can become unoriginal. It can become boring. After you've heard it so many times, you're so tired of it. You're so tired of it. So I've got another good sentence which you can use. Don't say I love you so many times that it becomes trite or it appears trite. This means don't say I love you so many times that it loses its meaning, that it doesn't feel as powerful, that it gets old after a while, that it gets boring to hear I love you from someone. We all know people that like to use the word I love you too much. You use it in a relationship too much and it loses its power. And it becomes trite. It becomes old. It becomes just something you say and loses all of its meaning. It loses all of its power. So this is what it means for something to be trite. It's boring. It's used too much. It's too common. Yeah, banal is a great word too. Trite or banal. So it's not original. It's not fresh. It's said too commonly. It's used too commonly. And to be common means just to see it all the time. You see it all the time or you hear it all the time. So do I have any questions about trite or deceive? These are two very good words. Trite is a word that's not used often. It's used in writing a lot, but it's not used in language a lot. People don't know this word's meaning. So it's very rare for you to hear this. So if you use this, you're going to sound intelligent. So I got the question, how long do you spend at your college in a regular day? So I will give you a normal day. I will explain a normal day. I usually wake up at 9 a.m., and I go to class. I will go to class, and I have class for about 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours. Then I go eat lunch, and then I go to a meeting. I usually have meetings for my student government. I'm the president. So I will have a meeting. Then I will go work out. I will go exercise and go to track practice. I throw javelin. Those are the big spears. Throw them for the track team. Then I might have class again. It depends on the day. I might have class one more time. And then I will go back to my room in downtown. I live in the downtown area of Naperville, which is the town I'm in. And then I will go back and practice guitar. I will go hang out with my friends. And then I will go study at the library. And then at the end of the day, I might go watch TV or go out to eat with friends. So I stay very busy. And in the future, next year, I will be teaching English too during the day. So yeah, this will be included in my schedule. And I'm going to do a lot of Periscope videos of me in meetings and me in class. If I'm in class and doing a Periscope, I can't talk because I don't want the professor to get mad at me. But I will try to get some video of professors in class and things like this. So I hope that answers your question.